Entry fragging is a role you probably heard if you've played any shooter in your life. It's a role described as Google as a player in a tactical shooter who goes first into an area like a bomb site to create space and gain a positional advantage for their team. Now, in FPS games, an entry fragger is the equivalent of a quarterback for a football team, a striker for a soccer team, or a point guard for a basketball team. It's the hero that puts up the most fragging numbers for the team, typically getting all the spotlight and thus the role that everyone wants to be able to play. And because of that, generally people who play shooter games typically put their best player on the role, the guy who gets the most kills every game, or the guy who has the best aim or mechanics in their friend group or on their team. But you see, this is a very flawed misconception for entry fragging. Think about it. If your Ash main drops 20 kills a game with perfect aim, but they're last alive every single round, are they really entering or making space for your team? It takes so much more than just kills and aims to be a truly great entry fragger. And at the professional top level of the game, you're not only walking into a room first fighting just anyone, you're fighting against the best players in the world all the time. And thus at this level, real entry fraggers typically have extremely inconsistent stats. What if I told you there's an entry fragger in Rainbow Six that is so consistent, so dominant? He propelled his team into being the best in the world just 3 months after joining, and no one knows about him. It's not Shaiko, it's not Spoit, it's not Bolo, it's not Stompin'. It's someone you've never heard of, and someone that I actually coached twice in my career. His name is Gavini.
Prevents any more from Noodle. Gavin making it his own. 3 huge kills from Gavin.
Oh, there it is, and there it is. Round the corner, waiting for the approach, gets rid of the bounty. Now it's 0 time. And on the line for the fight. Gavini with the big shutout. DarkZero winning out in the final round of overtime.
Gavini, like most other Siege pros, started his career on console. And funnily enough, he was primarily known for being a Kapkan shotgun main on PlayStation. Like, it's actually so ironic. His mechanics were so bad that this guy had to resort to play Kapkan, a trap operator, and then the shotgun on Kapkan because his aim was so bad on console. He managed to hit the top ranks of console and actually become quite a popular console streamer, but felt he wanted to get more out of the game. For those who don't know, competitive play like the pro circuit in Rainbow Six Siege solely exists on PC. It doesn't exist on console. And so Gavin, wanting to try out the competitive side of the game, decided to switch over and start playing scrims. And surprisingly enough, the little Kapkan shotgun main with terrible aim was actually quite disgusting on a keyboard and mouse.
No, not the Goyo shield. You killed Ace and Mo.
The Siege Pro circuit is broken down as such. You have T1, which is Pro League, Tier 2, which is Challenger League, and Tier 3 below that, which is the Amateur Leagues. So Gavin would start out by playing in these open Tier 3 amateur qualifiers, playing to qualify for the best T3 league at the time, SCS, with his friends from console, who you may recognize, Lou Letters, actually, and Fens. And in his very first qual, he hits this clip that makes him go viral.
Friendly up. It's fine, just reset. Nice.
Back him on you, back him on you.
You let him.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What?
This is literally the way. Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god! What?
Holy shit.
You are built
You are
different.
so
You are
fucking
built different.
good.
You are built different.
Yeah, that was a 10-second 1v5 in his, I'm pretty sure, first ever PC T3 qual. And so that clip goes nuclear on Twitter. It gets 1,600 likes, and the more experienced amateur players in this scene start to take notice. Notably, JJ Blast, who you now know as the guy who beat Stompin' twice to qualify into Pro League at the time he was in T3, took notice of this player and actually took him under his wing, picking him up as a rookie fragger to attempt to qualify for Tier 2. The team was called Team Valkyrie, and unfortunately for them, they found limited success qualifying for Tier 2, losing in the Stage 1 Open Qualifier and the Stage 2 Open Qualifier of that year. But luckily for Gavin, Tier 2 players started to take notice of his performances in these attempts. And despite not qualifying for Stage 2 through the qualifiers, he was picked up onto a T2 Challenger League team by a prominent T2 IGL called Mr. B, and would thus be able to make his big Tier 2 debut in Stage 2 of 2022 Challenger League.
As they are holding this extension on this study side.
I'm joining up red. I'm joining mid. No, not main.
Lizzie dead.
I'm joining your boat. 190, 190, 190.
90 dead, 90 dead.
Bottom right.
One on your door. Yo, chill.
Just coming out the door.
One's
dead.
Yo, I'm joining up 90. Just chill. Relax. Reset.
This guy just
Wait.
left trophy. He just left trophy.
Can I walk in?
Nothing trophy. There's one out. Two out. Go faster. One out. Dead.
Yo, I'm gonna plant break.
I got an ace! Wow!
You can see how he's actively walking in the building and taking the gunfights for his team, opening up that space like I was saying earlier. It was becoming very clear that he's the first to go in, he's extremely aggressive, and he is that guy for your team to walk in and entry. Now, despite having breakout rounds like the game I just showed you and a really great overall game performance in this game against Oculix where he went 16-6, overall the stage was pretty mid. He got 3rd place with his team Reality TV. They had a 6-4 record, so pretty even on the win-loss column, and he was statistically a mid-tier player. Dapper zoom in because it's kind of hard to see this. He was a 1.15 rating, which is very positive, very good, very promising, but pro teams at the time were looking at more top players like Doc, Silence, Snake, and Ferda up in the upper rankings of the stage. And so his tier 2 debut was a little bit of a letdown for people buying Gavini stocks at the time. But the next stage of Pro League, his IGL, Mr. B decided to make some pretty big roster moves. They replaced 2 players on the team and then get a coach. That coach was me. And in the very first game of the stage, down in a 2v5, he does this.
But does he know that there's somebody in 90? Z-ping on him. They know the alibi is there. He gets spotted and Vocal cuts him down. Fish gets a 3rd kill onto Tristan. That leaves Packer moving off of Astro to fly solo until Gavini has an impact, and an impact he does. C4 from down below. That's all he gets. And Vivid gets the bomb down at that. XLSR can retreat to their post-plant positions and wait for the final 2 members to walk in their crosshairs. He spots the Goyo, but the Goyo gets the kill. Excellent shot by Gavini, tagging for 3 and 4 he does! Vocal the only one alive. The Goyo going huge in round number 5. Now what does Vocal to do? Hacker's on low HP. Gavini's on low HP. 1 or 2 bullets each, and that's round number 2 for you. But Gavini spots him, and Gavini gets the ace.
Hey!
Vocal, the only one
He's so good!
huge in round number 5. Now what does Vocal
Oh my god, that guy's so good, dude.
1 or 2 bullets each.
Vocal.
That's round number 2 for you.
Oh my god, he just 1v5'd aced them.
Gets the defuse.
That guy is fucking next.
Clutch another.
Holy fuck. That guy is next up, I'm telling you.
The reaction clip you saw at the time was from Pro IGL Super, who now coaches Spoit, as he was watching those games, and you could tell pros were starting to pick up on his talent. And the next 2 games were no different. Like in our second game against Luminosity Gaming, which were the favorites to take the stage, by the way. We're playing Border, and I want you guys to take note of this room down here in the bottom right called CCTV. It's the room that has the most kind of stock on the map because it literally holds everything. It stops attackers from getting the walls directly into the bomb site here, and it cuts off the hallway and connects the fountain to protect this bomb site over here. Just look at all the stock they're putting onto this setup. Like Gavini sees through this Yana clone. They literally have 17,000 Azami barriers in here because they want to hold it down so bad. What was our strat to take this piece of map control? Yeah, walk Gavini at the guy.
The Rotero drone coming out from Mr. B. Knowing that Luminosity are trying to play into that utility, they take care of the top east position in 40 seconds.
Ooh, Gavini spots Kix. Oh
Wow,
no!
he just walks in? What?
He walks in. I think Kix might have disconnected. He was walking in place.
We end up beating Luminosity in that game, and in our third game, we end up playing against Oculix on the same map. Look at the setup they have on this, by the way. They have 1 player on break, like you saw, and then another player with an Azami Fortnite Fortress and lines of sight looking down the east hallway. I mean, this is the most aid setup ever to potentially contest in this scenario, and I want you guys to just watch what Gavin does.
Definitely wish you had those Soma charges to make use of. Still, though, even with that loss from Tristan, they're going to need to start finding some success on the CCTV position. They have a kill on the hat. They spent so much time trying to clear out that spot. They might want to rotate now, but still, they'll definitely feel defeated. That's before they got 2 kills like that.
Yeah, just threading the needle onto Psychosis and...
Oh! Holy fuck. He's just better than everyone. Holy fuck.
I remember reading a specific Twitch chat during this round of Super's reaction stream from pro player Rexon, now Spoit's entry fragger, saying Gavini is just God to these guys. And he wouldn't be wrong to say that, because over the course of those first 3 games, he literally made headlines for how well he was doing in them. He was top rated in the league. Zoom in on this because it's really hard to see. Dapper, 1.68 rating plus 28, 43 kills, 15 deaths across 3 games. With 2 games where he had 16 kills and 15 kills, he damn near had a 3.0 KD through 3 games. And unlike your recent superstar Stompin, who's playing those slower roles and clips are like mopping up janitor style on those 1vx's and getting refrags, Gavin is doing this running into the building. Like, you saw those clips. He's sprinting into the building, spearheading the round and breaking everything apart. And this is when he was really starting to mechanically blossom, by the way, because I was going through his old rank clips around the time, and I know it's rank clips and it's, you know, whatever, lower play style, people play loose or less than comp, but it's still, I think, a good reflection of him. Look at him. He's fucking running through with the LMG, letting it sing. This is after they nerfed the recoil, by the way, so he's hitting spray transfers, running into sight, and hitting a fucking knife onto the side player, punching him in the jaw. This is one of the more insane ones, by the way. Walks in, hits the fucking most insane triple spray transfer on 3 people. Like, I'm gonna slow this down because of how crazy this is. When have you watched Spoit hit a triple spray transfer like this in his highlight reel ever? Spoit's disgusting. No doubt in my mind. Spoit's one of the most disgusting players ever. When have you ever seen him doing something like this? How was no one fucking talking about this when this was happening? This is even one of the most insane clips I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. And he was doing this like 3 years ago. Kind of hypocritical here. He is 1v5 here. He's not first into the building, first entering, unfortunately. But I mean, just the mechanics are clearly different. Guy used to be a Capcan shotgun main, by the way. Pushes into a Mira, does not give a fuck about the guy. The Mira is more scared of peeking a transparent window than Gavin is. I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, let's just run outside the building and attack the attackers, you know, outside the building when they have wall hacks on you, you know, why not? Let's get another one far away. Boom, no problem. Oh, another one? Oh, not a problem. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, have you ever seen a more aggressive player in your fucking life, bro? And so we end up going undefeated in Challenger League off the back of Gavin just being dominant, which I actually think is a very cool, because this is an excerpt of Mr. B after our very first game day.
Question to you right now. Do you guys see yourselves being on top stage number 3?
Now, I'm going to follow that up with a little bit of a challenge for every other CL team, all right? Because
okay.
I don't only think we're going to get first. Yeah. I think we're going to go undefeated.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't copyright strike the shit out of my channel. Yeah, Mr. B predicted we go undefeated. We went undefeated. We not only went undefeated in stage 3, going 8-0. This is a 1 overtime win. Don't be fooled by that. We also won the entire year of Challengers League in the playoffs, to no one's surprise. And because of these performances and the pro attention I was showing you earlier, he was a prime prospect to get picked up straight into Pro League as early as possible. Teams were talking to him in the middle of the stage when they still had players on their team. They're like, their Pro League seasons weren't even over yet. And not to mention, in scrims, he was like dogging on pro teams. This was him against Mirage pro team, and you see him once again making the space, running in with his teammates, everyone going at once. The nicety of having a really aggressive player who will do anything and is just genuinely insane. Yeah, this is against a pro team. This is against Mirage. Like, this is not even the bad Mirage. This is the Mirage that made the major, by the way. Like, just tearing through them by himself, running in. I hope you're enjoying these clips as much as I do, because, like, genuinely they're insane. Like, your favorite content creators, Bolo, Spoit, whoever, don't have clips as aggressive as this, let alone against pro players. So, like, it's just insane that he's doing this. But also through these scrims, I also found out a side of Gavin that I think might contribute to him being that aggressive and that successful, is that he's kind of a goofball that doesn't really care. I mean, just listen to this. This was back during RTV together.
What? Die! Die!
He shoots a Gon 6 at him. That's me, by the way. That's me in the middle scrum. I literally could not believe it. But in a way, I feel like him being a goofball, not really giving a fuck about the game, helped him really just walk into rooms and, again, not give a fuck. I think it's one of his greatest strengths. But unfortunately for Gavin, when he would inevitably be picked up by a pro team, I think it would also be something to bite him in the ass in his rookie year. And so Gavin gets picked up to DarkZero, a really seasoned Pro League team who at the time had the greatest IGL of all time, Troy Canadian leading the team. And he was not just picked up by DZ during any time, he was picked up by DZ right before the 6th Invitational. For those who don't know, the format of the year is Pro League Stage Major, Pro League Stage Major, and then the 6th Invitational, meaning he had no time to warm up in a regular Pro League stage before going straight into his first international event. Yeah, his T1 debut will not only be an international event, it's the biggest one. It's the $3 million biggest prize pool, most prestigious world championship with a history team. The pressure was fucking on for him, but in game 1, he was already walking teams down.
Yet again, look at Gavin, by the way. Unable to stop Pambazoo's death, but prevents any more from Noodle. Gavin making it his own! 3 huge kills from Gavin. Nade goes in from NJR. Flash goes in as well from Gavin. Skies breaks on in, loses the duel. Technically, he's down, but not out. He's got time to work with. 30 seconds left. Uno hot on his heels. Gets shot out, and Gavin gets every single kill for the ace.
With the pressure on the world's shoulders, he was not only ensuring for his team, but also clutching up insanely crucial rounds to make it to the playoffs.
Who have now not been paying attention to DarkZero's setup, specifically coming from Church side for the last 20 seconds or so, leaves the window open for them to potentially excel. And indeed, NJR will, with another oil pit push that's been working out so well for him throughout this map, works his way in. Citizen striking back though from the inside, and Grixer does the same. The cross against Blue may very well be what sends DarkZero down the river here, but they're not giving up just yet. Panba with another exchange set against him, and Impact does some slight damage to both Gaveni and Panba. They're getting tripped up, they're getting congested. This is the problem for DZ. Now they don't have enough space to make this work, it seems. Getting themselves out to Arsenal, they'll at least start the plant, but now we're at 0 time. Panba though, holding the line for the fight, coming in to shut him down. Gavini with the big shutout. DarkZero win it out in the final round of overtime.
Unfortunately, after making playoffs, they would end up losing to Spoit and Koi in the winner's bracket, and then G2 in the loser's bracket to get knocked out of the tournament. But for a first ever tournament, it looked pretty promising. I mean, this guy was already shitting on people, and going into the next stage of Pro League, it was looking fairly optimistic for Gavin. Now, with Gavin going back into good old regular Pro League, I realized I've never actually explained on my channel how the format of a Pro League stage actually works, so I'll do it right now while walking you through his literal highlight reel during the stage. Subtle foreshadowing. During the group stage, you're trying to get as high ranking as possible in order to make the playoffs. Only top 6 make it to playoffs, top 2 get to skip around, and playoffs is where you actually qualify for the major.
It went in DarkZero's favor when they were on attack.
Look at the wall.
Ying dead.
Nice.
Ah! Reset. One barrel.
One call.
Barrel.
One hall, guys. One hall. Gonna plant pipes. Shooting, plant pipes.
Oh
my god!
And so they make playoffs, securing top 2, skipping a round of playoffs actually. But here's where they need to win a best of 3 to make the event.
Yiking one more time, and then I'm gonna flash trophy.
Get me bunker now. I got it.
Flash trophy. Yeah, let's go.
Kid's dead. Cut dead.
One up.
Kid's dead. Nice!
Oh my god. Wow.
He ends up beating Beastcoast, which at the time I was coaching. That was my first stage of Pro League with Mr. B. We got picked to the Beastcoast, whatever. He shits on us and he makes the event. But he still has the rest of the playoffs to go to see who would be the champions of North America. And facing him in the finals was none other than Spoit and M80. And unfortunately for our boy Gav, he ends up losing to M80. And despite the rest of the playoffs not really mattering as much as making the event, like you want to, win internationally, that's the #1 goal. I think this is where people first started noticing issues between Gavin and DZ. See, in my mind, I noticed 3 conflicts or contradictions with Gavini on DarkZero pretty early on into his time onto the team. The first was roles. DarkZero already had a major champion MVP entry fragger called Pambazoo at the time of Gavin joining the team. So a lot of the strats already had Pambazoo set on that role, and Gavin ended up having to fill more support roles. In fact, in the series first map against M80, the first round, Gavin's on fucking Thermite, which from what you watched of him in all the clips that I've shown you earlier, doesn't really make a lot of sense. There's also rounds where he's on Ace, where he's on Gridlock, where he's on Zero. He did get put on entry ops pretty often, but it seemed like there wasn't space for him to fully breathe on that role because he'd have to fill the supportive role so often, which, knowing his capacity on fragging, felt like he might be wasting his potentials on these more supportive roles. The second conflict was pacing. I'm gonna play another Twitter clip to demonstrate this point, but if you remember from everything I've shown you in this video, Gavin's a maniac, like much like this Twitter clip I'm showing you right now. He's literally a freak. He sprints at people. That's his whole thing. DarkZero at the time was a really slow, methodical team that just every single round they would push until the last 30 seconds. And with a player like Gavin on your team, it really conflicted with his playstyle and forced him to play their slower pace. Otherwise, he would get criticized for not playing with the team vision. Funnily enough, this clip was actually used by Macy J to criticize the state of the game, offshoot of the topic. He said, once your mechanicals reach a certain threshold, you don't need to rely on strategy anymore. The higher ranked, the less tactical it gets. It's really funny because that, I mean, it's just, I mean, looking at Gav plays, you know, you can't really blame Macy J for coming to that conclusion. Gav's like a one of one, like just maniac. So, and the third conflict was seriousness. DZ up until that point was known for being a very reserved, very quiet, kind of methodical, calm, and super serious team. Gavin was a unserious goofball who made fun of almost everything I participated, like I said earlier. And I think those three conflicts would actually end up hurting them at the exact international event they qualified for through the stage 1 performance, the Copenhagen Major, where they would go 1-3 in the very first stage of the major to not even qualify for the playoffs in Swiss stage. To their standards, at least, in my opinion, bomb out of the event. Now, going into the second stage of Pro League, despite placing worst overall, they got second the first stage and now they only get third. They actually ended up doing better at the event. At the Atlanta Major, they ended up actually winning out in Swiss stage and making the playoffs. For the first time for Gavin, he's played his way through to qualify for a playoffs main stage to play in front of a crowd. For those who don't know, in Siege, only the last couple stages of the tournament have a live crowd, the main stage, where everyone wants to get to play in front of people at these international events. The rest of that before is just like these Swiss stages and group stages to get to these playoff stage. And in that quarterfinals game against Brazilian team Los, that's where I think most of these problems decided to show. Look at Gavin, he's on Flores, he's 0-on-6, he's on defense as well, he's playing more stationary roles, not comfortable with. It's 20 seconds left and DZ have to go for a really uncomfortable desperate execute because they're slow and that's their identity. They play this kind of wait till the last second kind of gameplay, and as a result you can see how uncomfortable it is for them. Despite getting man advantage through those gunfights, they're not able to win out and close the round, and with 7 seconds left, what can you really do other than lose? And they end up losing map 1 in the same fashion, in the last couple of seconds, based off that time factor, based off that pace. Again, going into map 2, DZ have not won a single round. Gavin's on hard breach, not necessarily the primary hard support, but a supportive operator. DZ have a 5v3. They have man advantage, well 4v3 now, but despite having the advantage, they're low on time because once again they wait until the end of the round and Gavin's entry gets stuffed. W7M, or not W7M, sorry, they're now W7M and Los start cranking all over their faces and they go down 0-4. Next round, Gavin's on Capital. He has basically the equivalent of smokes and mollies in CS. He's a pure utility operator and he gets opening picked because he's on a sentry utility position, and DarkZero go down 0-5. And next round he's on Capital again, and DZ get 7-0'd by Los in quarterfinals, crushing defeat for Gavini on his first time on the main stage. And despite, in my opinion, Gavin being one of the most talented players and more than deserving a spot in Pro League, I think a lot of people knew that the fit didn't seem right with DarkZero. And with a certain someone, Bolo, becoming available in free agency again, it seemed just natural that a better option was available. So DZ end up dropping Gavin for Bolo and Gavin becomes a free agent. But little did Gavin know, this will be one of the best things that ever happened to him, and also one of the best things that happened for me, because guess what just happened? Beastcoast, my team that just did really shitty for the last 2 stages, decided to blow up their entire roster and let me build the team from scratch. I knew I had to get Gavin. I coached him in Challenger League. I mean, Gav's literally my best friend. This whole video is kind of fucking biased. I'm not gonna lie because of that. And I knew how valuable he was as a extremely consistent spearhead player who can run in. And so on my team, I had him on those rules, the first entry rules, the walk in the building and get wicked for us rules. But I'm actually not gonna focus on that because despite me saying that the role and the pacing was an issue for Fett for Gavin on DZ, I think it was actually an invaluable experience for him. DZ taught him how to play slow and clutch. And so now, instead of being just a maniac that only knows how to sprint in the building at 4 million miles per hour, he also knows how to play the late round now, which defined a key crucial set of rounds in our major championship run that I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about by now, because I can't shut the fuck up about it. The first was during the game to make the major itself, the game to qualify for the event. I had never as a coach qualified for an international event before, and this will be the first proof for the players on whether or not the team I built has been successful. So a lot of pressure was on the line, but in the very first game we were down 2-5 against DarkZero. Going into the next game on Clubhouse, which is our permaban, it was basically a guaranteed fucking loss, and letting them get another round here would be one of the most detrimental things ever. I mean, we probably just wouldn't have made the event, but luckily for us, we had the guy they dropped.
One pro. Not in. Yeah, you have a 1v1. He's walking pro now.
Walk in pro, careful.
Not all
Everyone has to
yet.
go glow to get the bomb.
Rejoining
from
pro.
Right side pro. Come back out.
Go bomb.
Nice! Go, Keep it going! Keep this shit going, Cav! You're a fucking dog!
That singular clutch literally propelled us to go from down 1-5 at the start of the defensive half to win 6 rounds in a row to win that first map and make the event. At the event, at the semifinals, we were playing a very close match against Team Liquid, and the winner obviously advances to grand finals. You know who was left alive in that 1v2 scenario?
This is the quietest the crowd has been all weekend. And you can feel the tension in the air. Liquid with their impressive performance yesterday. Gavin doing damage, but will have to peel off. Looking for Lagonis to get the diffuser down. Oh, but he can't get through. Oh, not even wasting time. A big blunder from Liquid, and all Gavin needs to do is just waste time. Lagonis getting it down. Punch. Gavin through the wall. From zeros to heroes, and now to a grand final. A team that didn't even exist months ago will vie for their very first trophy.
And then in the grand finals against BDS and Shaiko, they were demolishing us. We won map 1. Okay, fine, whatever. Then they won map 2, map 3. They're 1 away from taking away the series, and we were down 0-2 on Cafe. The comms were chalked at this point. I'm pretty sure the whole team thought we had fucking lost at this point. Not to mention, Hot and Cold dies in the 2v2, and it's now a 1v2 for Gavin. But hey, wait a minute, wait a minute. When have we seen Gavin in a 1v2 before? Oh, wait, yeah, like the last 5 minutes of this video, right?
Yeah, side window. Double out. I guess calls. Yeah. Flashing in. Jumped in. Nice. No eyes on him. He's doing well.
Didn't hop out. Did not hop out.
Yeah!
Fucking go. Yeah, bro. Go, guys. Shit, bro. Turn back our leading comm, and let's just run a default again. Let's keep doing our defaults.
And so Gavin has now hit like 3 1v2s in like the most crucial scenarios for our team. And I'm sure without that experience on DarkZero, he would have never been able to learn how to do that. So now he's this guy that can run in and kill everyone for you, but also clutch up monumental round after monumental round. Now, contradictory to that, it wasn't only these clutches that pushed us over to the victory line. So you remember what I said about the seriousness and the goofiness that Gavin brought that maybe doesn't seem appropriate in professional environments and may have caused conflict within his first serious team with DarkZero? There was one thing that Gavin kept repeating. During that grand finals, we were getting our asses beat by Shaiko at the time, and we thought, you know, we would just go down as a second place team in the history books of Siege. Gavin kept repeating one phrase round after round after round.
Way to motherfucking win that, brother, man. Let's do our kitchen room.
Heard that, dude.
Nice.
Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Into yes. Let's go. We got this.
Come on, boys.
But wait. Keep fucking working them. Keep having fun.
You guys are so good,
having fun right now.
You guys are so good, bro.
No, Sean was having fun that round. You were smiling. You were cheesing. No, Sean was cheesing. Watch round. Basement. Wait. Lower white.
Still wait.
Play together, boys. Okay, we're gonna swing it 3.
Hold it. Swing it. Still there.
Swing. Get the bomb. Just get the bomb.
Hold him. I'm resing.
We have no info for red.
No! Boys! Let's go!
We're going all the way to map 5 to see who wins the Manchester Major.
You're good.
Let's go, baby.
So much fun, bro.
Good shit, Gav.
Let's go, sir.
God damn, I love you.
Oh my god, kiss my cock! Can you weapon up on that? Yep, repelling.
Archive's dead.
No bomb!
Grab the K-Sack.
Oh my god. Grabbing it. Army dead. Nice! Let's fucking go.
Holy fuck.
I pulled up my pistol and started sprinting, bro.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, they should, baby.
So much fun, boys. So much fun.
God.
We might need the bomb next time.
Bro.
Maybe. We might need that.
If we lost around like that, bro, chalk the fucking thing.
I just pulled out my Glock.
Bro, I want
No bomb!
7 seconds left, bro.
Plus
I
on
can't
D.
come up here. I can't. Okay,
I can't.
so
I'm in the bathroom. Got 7 army. Army.
Plan. Just hold me. Hold me. Oh, he's tight.
Nice! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Good shit, D. Good fucking kills. I want us to... let's just... Fuck it.
Just let me call it through the round.
Yeah.
We'll see what we do through the round.
Hey, D. They have too many options.
I told you.
Fuck this
You're
time
better
out.
than these kids.
Keep having
Play
fucking
fucking
fun,
games.
boys.
You're better
Keep
than
having
fucking
fun.
Take it
These kids
slow.
are fucking
Remember,
ass.
no cheese slow. That's all that matters. No cheese slow. Yeah, let's fucking go.
Close.
Nice! Let's go!
boys.
Let's keep having fun! You're better than these kids! Let's have fun! Matt, look at me! Let's say! No! Stop looking at him! Let's have fun! Are you having fun?
Hey, shush. Do our workshop, in my
Oh, wait.
bathroom.
Archive, Zach.
Dead.
Lay up, boys, lay
Line
up!
archive, Zach. Line archives on me, Zach.
Where? Yeah, I got you. I'm C4ing. I'm gonna C4. You by the window?
By the window.
Actually, I can't C4. I'm none. I'm stupid.
Nice. Chill.
Fun! Holy shit! No way fun! Holy shit!
Let's do our tillers,
Let's fucking go,
Oh my fucking god, boys. What the fuck did we just do?
Guys.
Chill
I
out,
can
boys.
plan.
Planting.
Planting on A-bomb.
Yep.
Everything we knew about competitive Siege! Beastcoast! They are your Manchester Major champions! Lift that trophy!
He not only clutched to propel us forward, he encouraged us to have fun and not give a fuck, and his goofiness would end up being one of our biggest tools in winning that world championship. And despite everyone knows Gunner breaking the BO5 kill record and being the MVP of that major, I want to put a highlight on Gav for clutching up when it mattered and making sure our heads all stayed in the game. Hey, my shirt changed. It's a new day. I recorded this video across 2 days because I'm a fucking moron. I have no idea how to block my time. But for Beastcoast, we ended up getting signed by Cloud9 to form Cloud9 Beastcoast. But like I said earlier, unfortunately, I had to leave the team to pursue my PhD. So I ended up leaving the team. And I guess in the eyes of the general public, things kind of go downhill for the team. Now, I will say, people always say like, oh, they need Fett, they need Fett. No, they don't. They do not need me. You know why? Because we literally had esports World Cup qualifiers and I was still on the team and we bombed out of those. And that was my fault because I feel like I lost the fire. So it's not a me thing, it's just a post-win thing or whatever the fuck. But either way, Gavin and Cloud9 Beastcoast struggled. They didn't qualify for the Esports World Cup like I mentioned earlier, and they also didn't qualify for the Montreal Major in the next stage of Pro League. They struggled really hard, and in one of the most curveball moments in Siege Esports history, M80 literally buy all of Beastcoast. They literally absorbed them. They literally absorbed Beastcoast as an organization. That's right, the team that Spoits on that organization bought Beastcoast, and instead of taking the entire major winning Siege squad, they were like, you know what, we want to keep Spoit, because you know, Spoit's the face of M80 at the time. We only want some of y'all. And they end up, right before invite happens, ripping the team apart. And Gavin, despite being one of the most consistent fraggers, if not the most consistent fragger in the world at the time, gets left behind. M80 end up picking up Gunner, who was the MVP of Manchester. That's a no-brainer right there. Diffuser, who's a young up-and-coming player who was plus 40 during that NAL stage. And left behind was Gavin, Hot and Cold, and Spirits. They had no organization, they had no pay, but they still had a spot reserved for them in the 6th Invitational by winning that major. They still had a license to play in that tournament. And thus they decided to search for new teammates. The best free agents at the time were ex-pro support player Dream and ex-pro slower paced second fragger Atom, and ended up getting seasoned veteran former DZ coach Min and Nyx as analysts. And they were to go on to compete at the 6th Invitational with no pay, with no jerseys. They literally showed up in jeans and black shirts, and they went, rightfully so, under the name of Unwanted, because no one wanted them. Going into the event, everyone really doubted the roster. People were more hyped about M80 because, you know, Spoit not teamed with Gunner, that's like a super team, right? You have the major finals MVP with Spoit, but there was one guy believing in them. That guy was me. I'm too biased. You guys don't understand how biased I am, but at the end of the day, that's because I fucking believe in my boys. I believe in my fucking boys. That's predictions. I am biased. And you will lose because of me, but it's because I fucking believe in my boys. I just want everyone to take a look at this run for a second. Third place in groups, okay? They make it into groups, whatever. They didn't make first place, like I said with it. First matchup, they go against W7M, the Montreal Major champions that they didn't manage to make the event of, and they end up completely upsetting them and moving on to play against the BDS, which is Shaiko's team, and a rematch of the Manchester Major Finals, albeit with only 3 out of 5 of the players. And just take a look at this round. They're hitting yellow stairs. Gavin repels in like a maniac into CEO window, slams uses. His team end up trading out until they get into an even 2v2 scenario that's fairly awkward for them, where despite the fact that they have Case on top of them, there's a pulse below stopping plan from going down. So they get into this really awkward situation where there's two 1v1s happening on first floor and top floor because there's a pulse underneath they can see for the bomb. Gavin decides, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna plant the bomb and hop out the window. It actually fucking works. Like if I actually gets a kill on Spears, they have a 2v1 on Gavin in the window, but a team kill happens and Gavin secures the round. He did everything that round, from getting the maniac entry, putting down the bomb, and then clutching it up in the late round. And they actually end up taking a map of Shaiko and BDS, being an unpaid, unwanted, orgless team at the event. Now, unfortunately, they lost that game and ended up going to lower bracket against Auction Esports, which just freshly beat G2. But this is where I think I've seen the best start of rounds for, like, any entry fragger player ever at a 6th Invitational. I mean, very first round, they hop in, go for a fast A. Gavin immediately off the entry gets an opening pick, fucking sprints down the staircase, Assassin's Creed style. He does not give a fuck, cuts down the rotate down from cargo stairs. Eventually the player ends up peeking him, Spectator gets off him for no reason, but Gavin gets a double kill. OXG stall at the push for a little bit, and Spears makes a big fucking blunder right there, but Gavin, I mean, Gavin's being Gavin right now. Gavin's gonna kill absolutely everyone. He's taking these matters in his own hands. Walks down, triple kill Gavin. They manage to get the bomb down. Yaga is forced to drop the hatch and retake, but waiting for, with loving arms out open straight from Tennessee, Gavin from downtown, 4-0 on round 1. I wanted you guys to keep track of these kills, by the way. Round 2, he's on Nomad, he's an IT. Look at the crossfires OXG have onto every single entry point that Unwanted have. This looks impossible, especially since Gavin is by himself in IT and has to fight all those angles, but it doesn't fucking matter because he's fucking Gavin, right? Here comes the entry frag. Gavin walks through into the crossfire, immediately hits a double kill, walks through, boom, kills everyone. I wish I could watch the POV. Holy shit, he's on a tear. 7-0. 7-0 in round 2. 7 kills to 0. Third round, OXG are hitting a roam, but Unwanted decided to hit the site because there's not too many people on the roam. Gavin on this gunfight, jiggle, he doesn't give a fuck. He walks through, boom, insta kills Diaz, runs through here, wall hacks, bam. What the fuck? How does he know that? 9 kills, 9-0 right now, by the way. A player from OXG drops down the hatch to try to stop the plant. Not on fucking Gavin's watch. He's just gonna walk at this guy and just absolutely melt his fucking face off because that's what Gavin does. 10-0. They get the bomb down and Han Cold unfortunately gets the kill, but 10-0 in 3 rounds. Gavin 10-0 in 3 rounds, and he's not like sitting around on a cut angle getting refracts or anything. He's fucking, you watch him, right? He's running in, he's making the space, he's goddamn entry fragging. Round 4, Sai is all the way up top, but Gavin, he's gonna want to go hunting. He's gonna go hunt this roamer underneath the basement, deny the C4. Guy tries to run away, but you can't fucking run away from this fucking white guy from Tennessee. This guy's way too fucking good. Yeah, Gavin, opening kill again, opening kill, breaking open the round. 11-0, 4 rounds. Then again, solo entering through this garage rafters area, walking into Fenrir's and shit. Same thing here, same crossfire. There's 1 rotate to go through, 3 people staring at this 1 door, 1 rotate, chokehold, insane crossfire. How do Unwanted deal with this? Oh, sorry, another player too through this rotate can also, or this doorway also has another crossfire as well. 4v2, by the way, 4v2 in this scenario, by the way. Spears gets a kill here, but Gavin, really important, he walks in, downs hat, smokes go off on a rotate. Guess what he's gonna do? He doesn't give a fuck. You know, right now, Yaga trying to go pick up his teammate down right now. Gavin walks through the smoke. Gavin walks through the smoke to down 2 players, putting them on an island. Let's watch that back. Let's watch that back. Yaga goes to smoke the rotate, puts fucking backs Gavin off it with the smoke. Yaga goes to pick up hat. Gavin doesn't give a fuck. Gavin walks in through that smoke grenade, through the fucking rotate, downs Yaga. Fucking down to 1 HP. Now he's smart. He's not a moron, right? DZ taught him this. He doesn't just walk in on momentum and fucking try to be so fucking sparky. All that. He rotates all the way around. He's disciplined now. He knows how to win this round. And he knows how to go all the way around the map and plant behind the bomb chassis here. And Spears has the perfect fucking cross because both those players are down. C4 goes out. You know, good job by DS right there. Looking kind of scary when I was watching. But, you know, Spears got that shit unlocked. You know my baby boy from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He's not actually from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. But he's Quebecois. But, I mean, 4 rounds. 4 rounds. How many kills does this motherfucker have? 13 kills in 4 rounds. That's damn near 3 kills a round. Holy fucking shit. That's more than 3 kills a round. So he gets MVP on the day. He goes 27-9 on the day with 6 entry engagements. Beats OXG to make the main stage, by the way. They make top 6 in invite at this point, which puts them in front of the crowd at invite as a unpaid orgless team. I mean, look at these guys. No jerseys. Like I said, everyone in jeans, everyone in black shirts. They're fucking on a main stage in the most prestigious siege tournament of all time, propelled forward by the remnants of that team with the best, the most perfect entry fragger, in my opinion. Look at him. He's so fucking handsome. Anyways, very first round of the second map, Gavin hops out, kills this guy on drone because, you know, you're gonna do anything, I'm gonna go press you outside the fucking map because that's what fucking Gavin does. He's a fucking maniac. Later in the round, Raza company want to try to get into the building, try to get some ground in here. Not on my watch. How do you win this gunfight? You don't, because you're fighting against Gavin. Look at this aim. I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't think I've seen the superstars that we think, like Spoil, like Bolo, like Stompin, like Shaker. I'm sure they have like impressive clips, but I'm gonna be real, I haven't seen like walking highlight reels be this flashy ever. I think Gavin's the most satisfying to watch, and he's the most effective too in terms of being aggressive. This is the map prior. Look at this. Kills the guy at Aqua. He's getting pinched from both sides. Turns around immediately. 90-degree flicks onto the guy. I mean, it's just a 2K, but and that's the worst part of that's the rough part about showing these clips. It's like I wish I could show you 3K after 3K after 3K, but he is getting round after round, 2K after 2K after 2K after 2K, and they end up actually beating them in quarterfinals to advance to semifinals of this fucking tournament on stage. Now, unfortunately, they would end up going against FaZe Clan, which is a dominant Brazilian team in those semifinals match, and they end up losing to them. But still, I think that really showed the world that, hey, the other half of this major winning squad, primarily speaking, this insane fragger by the name of Gavin that you guys left behind, is one of the best in the world. And actually, based off that fact, MAD ended up taking note of this and actually ended up re-merging and reuniting together the boys. That's right, Gavin and Hot and Cold end up getting picked up to MAD in place of Spoit and Packer, I believe, who was the roster at the time, and that's 4/5 out of Beastcoast, minus Spirits, replaced by Kino. Unfortunately, not all of them together, but 4/5, that's the most of the core together. And not only do they have 80% of that full squad back together again, they have an insane coach. They picked up Fabian as their coach, who, if you don't know, has the most amount of hammers held in Siege history as coach and as IGL. And so it seemed like this team was destined for success no matter what. However, that would not be the case immediately, as going into stage 1, they would seem a little bit inconsistent. But they still managed to put themselves in a good position in playoffs and have a chance at making the Esports World Cup, where they went up against Spoit and Shopify Rebellion for a spot in the event. And man, that game was just devastating to watch. Oh my god.
This guy's here.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's on the camp. He's on the camp. He's on the camp. Free me. Free me. Yes.
He finds Surf with the shotgun out. Surf
4v4.
off cam at that exact
Stop freaking out. Nice, Gavin! Plant. Raid boss down! Plant the bomb's on this side of the map!
Diffuser as Spoit dies. Canadian is still up to work with Ambi.
Oh, the bomb's got armory! Oh my god, if they lose this, I will fucking cry in real life.
In a position where he could be retrieved. It really does depend on how Canadian plays this.
No way. No way, bro.
Eliminating Gavin. What remained is now
Please.
gone.
Please, bro. Please, God, bro.
He's trying to plant.
Shields,
Wait.
yeah. I like this. I like this. I like this.
Oh my god.
I like this.
He's gonna make the, I think
I like
he's
this.
gonna make it.
Hot would have it. Canadian takes one down. Canadian gets the other as well. Hot and Cold in a 1v2. A do or die moment for both of these teams. Hot on the Monty, watching as that diffuser.
Why? He fucked himself. He fucked himself with that. Why? Why'd he fuck himself?
Flames spreading around him. Shield knocked asunder. And Ambi gets a triple kill to send the Rebellion to the upper bracket finals in a heroic 15th round moment.
They might not have been invited to Reload, but they will receive the first North American invite to EWC. Who better than Canadian?
Oh my god, he fucking hit his setup a lot. Absolute heartbreaking 7-7 loss, and even against SSG in the lower bracket, they threw like, what, like 3 4v2s in a row to lose on Skyscraper and get demolished. So, I mean, all around just heartbreaking stage for them. Going into stage 2, they had vengeance in their eyes. They literally ended up going undefeated in the group stage, and to no one's surprise, their potential was always been there. They won together with the major winning team, and before the stage 1, actually, they were actually at Reload, which was an experimental format event where they ended up beating Falcons and Shiko in a match despite not making playoffs. But yeah, literally undefeated in the group stage of Pro League, but that, you know, obviously doesn't matter. What matters is the playoffs performance, and oh my god, was this the greatest string of playoff performances I've ever seen from any Pro League player ever. First of all, the game to make the major, he's playing against his former team, DarkZero. Cases, no. It's okay, they're gonna hunt this guy. I'm pretty sure they're playing kill. I'm pretty sure they're playing kill.
I don't think they have time to go recover.
Plenty of time.
They're gonna double up down Solar. He fakes the Oryx out. He faked the Oryx out and he walks back into the West Main. Oh, 10 seconds left. This might work. Oh, never mind. Holy shit, Gavin's so good. Is Gavin cheating, bro? Gavin's so fucking good. Top rated on his team versus DarkZero, makes the major, and not to mention having a 2.18 KD this whole game on entry frag. Like, he's running in 3 opening kills, 1 opening death on entry, going 2x positive on his opponents. But it wasn't over just there. In the match to make the grand final for North America, he ended up going against Shopify Rebellion once again, who broke their hearts last time. And if you know Shopify Rebellion last stage, they also went undefeated and ended up in 3rd. Will they suffer the same fate? Guess we'll just have to find out. They got Spoiled on their team, they got Canadian on the team, they got Greats. We'll see who will prevail. Entry Fragger no one's heard about, or literal goats of the game. Player over flanking now, shut down by Gavin. Another player inside of E1. Another player down. Gavin's been farming off SR's aggression. Oh no, they have top 4 control fully. Oh, Gavin! Oh, Gavin!
Oh, Gavin!
Straight into E3. Oh, Gavin wins it. Nice, Gavin! Huge awareness. That is a massive pick. 17 kills, Gavin! Holy fucking shit, I keep away. Gavini in this match. Top rated again. 1.24 rating, 1.5 KD, almost damn near 40 kills, and plus 13 on 25 deaths. Head and shoulders above everyone else. 19 kills in that first map on Bank, albeit a loss. He was the reason he kept his team alive, but it wasn't over just yet. He wanted to win all of North America, and he would have to beat Space Station Gaming to do that. We're just playing aggressive on it. Gavin gets his. Gavin gonna walk in, getting Jiggle Beak. Gavin winning the gunfight with a DMR. Nice by Gavin. Gavin taking in to Masher. Yep, there it is. Newers retake Solar. That's case. 2v3. They have to clear all the way across the top Solar stairs to get that case back. Wow, Gavin! Wow! Gavin's been so fucking crazy today, bro.
A tight angle across this door frame.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god, Gavin! Oh my god! You know, running it back. You know, almost gets ADS. Gavin gets his. Nice, Gavin. Nice, Gavini. Is Gavin on Solar Stairs? He's on Solar Stairs. Gavin already took Solar. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Benjamaster, where is he? Going up. Benjamaster going blue. Benjamaster backstab. Nice, good BP. Good BP awareness. He's gonna flow back down to his site hit. Oh, does Matt know? Matchy and Koji. Matchy and Koji. Matchy and Koji. Oh, Gavin. Oh my god, Gavin, triple kill. And actually, in this match, Kino would actually eclipse him. Actually, crazy performance from Kino, by the way. He went 1.4 rating, but still, Gavin just right behind him. 1.22 rating. Look at that. Hey, like, I don't think I've seen a player. Okay, that's a lie. I've seen a player with this type of consistency before, but I haven't seen Entry Fraggers with this type of consistency before. You've seen Loira on G2 this stage. He's fucking, last stage he was walking in, fucking blowing people up, destroying homes, destroying families. Same with Doki. You see the hero plays they make. They look absolutely insane, but their rating, their performance, their consistency in just pure raw kills goes up and down throughout the entire stage. And I spend a lot of time defending them because I'm like, that's the role. That's the nature of it. You're first in against the best in the world. You're walking in blind at times just to make an opportunity for someone like Stompin or Blast to come in second frag and clean up. That's your job. You're obviously going to be inconsistent. But if you look at these games by Gav, he's pretty fucking consistent. And he does it time and time and time again, where it's like he'll repeat the same pattern in Manchester of clutching up for your team. And you'll do the same thing again in these playoffs of just gunning down everyone. And he does it over and over. And I really don't think people give him enough credit for how seriously good he is and consistent he is at this role. Yeah, we see a lot of mailbox players consistently go positive. J9 always goes positive. They're on slower rolls. They're meant to mop up kills. But on entry, man, on breaking into the building and shutting everyone down, there's a guy that does it all. His name is Gavini. He's automated. He's my personal best friend. And he does it all with a smile and not a care in the world, because he doesn't give a fuck. So when people ask me, you know, who's the best entry fragger in Pro League, you know, obviously someone can go with an answer like some Brazilian player like Herds or Kays. When in reality, like Herds is really a lurk player, albeit super aggressive. My answer is Gavin. Is it biased? Yes. Is it because he's my best friend? Probably fucking Lee. Is he goddamn good at the game? Without a doubt in my mind. And I hope you're as excited to watch him at the Munich Major as I am. Hope you like this kind of video, guys. Let me know if you want some more. Peace out.